This is Bucket Talk, a monthly podcast taking you across America to meet the most badass tradespeople, industry leaders, and personalities. If you're looking to level up in the trades, you're in the right place. All right, we're at the BMF Ranch with Cowboy Cerrone. It was actually pretty funny, Cowboy. I rolled up this morning. You were out there fixing a fence, and you said something to me that was pretty cool. It was like, people are gonna think this is staged, but the reality is like you're out here grinding every day, fixing, welding. Kind of walk us through what you had going on this morning. Work never stops, huh?
Nah, we were opening this gate this morning and the thing broke off. The bottom latch snapped off. Anyways, perfect day for you guys. Good. Yeah, my ranch hand went and just opened the gate to bring new water in for the duck pond, and the hinge snapped off the side of the pole, so we had to cut the pole out, concrete new one in, rehang the gate, and here we are now. Yeah, so that's a fucking fantastic segue into what we wanted to talk about. Is this, there's the fighting, racing, and badass cool shit, Cowboy, but you grew up in Colorado and then came out here, but you have a huge foundation in the trades, and I know you were walking me through a little bit of what you guys got going on at the lake house and stuff like that, but go back to your trades. I know we talked the last time about your roofing company and doing all that stuff, but I want you to elaborate and go deep into the shit that you do, because for Instagram, for social media, for all that stuff, people are like, oh, you don't do that shit or whatever. Maybe not, but the reality is you're a blue blood and you've always been one. Yeah. So and that's funny that when I was up there tiling, the people are like, God, what can't you do? And when it comes to blue collar work, I mean, I just grown up doing it.
Yeah.
So when you have a short fuse and kind of a asshole to be around, you work a lot of jobs because your boss will say something that pisses you off, and you either got to leave or whip his ass. Yeah. So it's or when we're being on another trade, laying hardwood floors or any kind of flooring, I've worked. You name the flooring, I've done it. Yeah. So just at the lake house, I put brand new carpet in and brand new tile throughout the house. So it's which I thought was a small job turned into a really big job. And now that I've redone a little bit of tile, I'm redoing all of it because it's just got to look good, right?
Yeah. So I got a picture from him the other day. Was like, dude, I need more BRUNT pants. I've been me and my dad were painting them and blowing through them. Obviously, they hold up. But, you put him to the test. And but you do a lot of projects with your old man, huh?
Yeah. Well, he just comes out and gives me a hand and helps me. But, yeah, I mean, he's kind of the guy that showed me when I was young how to be a man. We had a cabin up in the mountains when I was a kid, and we always had issues. So electrical, plumbing, roofing, siding, concrete work, I've done it all. And not to mention when I was a kid growing up working all these different trades. Like, I remember when I was in high school, 17, 16, getting my license, $10 an hour was a lot of money back then.
Right.
It was like the minimum wage was $5.25.
Yeah. And
if you were construction work, you got like $10 to $13 an hour, and you were getting high in cotton. You know what I mean? It was awesome. So I would always just work those trades because at that age, you're like a grunt. You're just a go get this, do this. And as you mature through the ages and the companies, they kind of show you like, oh, this kid kind of has an idea. Let's teach him a bit of the trades. And that's where I always was throughout the different working.
Yeah, so you're in your 40s now?
42, turned 42.
So, you had a long experience in the blue collar world. What's your specialty? Are you kind of a jack of all?
My specialty would be roofing.
Yeah,
roofing and flooring for sure. I did a lot of flooring, hardwood floor, concrete, like polished concrete.
Yeah. Oh, that sucks.
It's the worst. The only thing worse than polishing the concrete would be the guys laying the concrete.
Yeah.
But polishing it, I mean, it's just dusty and dirty. But hardwood floors, tile, you name it, we've done it.
What'd the old man do for work?
He's a firefighter.
Oh, no.
Chief of the fire department, but he just he's retired now. I say that he's retired from the fire department now, but he's a general contractor at a company in Colorado Springs. Yeah. So knowing the trades, where I lack is electrical. I don't have the electrical knowledge. Like, I can hook up fans and run lights, and like we've wired everything in here, right? But when it comes to the big breakers and like the big stuff, that's where I don't like playing with the 220.
No, I'll kill you.
For sure.
I'll kill you. But so you now have the ranch and you've been busting your ass here, but you do bison?
Bison, yeah.
Why'd you get into that?
That's a very good question. I don't know. I got a white one. I thought it was really cool, and then the white one led to more other brown ones, and then our white one had another white one, and now we have a bunch. And I just thought it'd be really cool to have a buffalo ranch.
And the white ones are uncommon, correct?
Oh, like 1 in a trillion. So a white female, which is impossible to find. It took me like 7 years to find her. Once I did, there's like a native. We always have a bunch of Indians come out on the ranch, like on the fence line, and do like it's like here in New Mexico especially. It's like a big.
What tribe's out here?
We have the Isleta tribe.
Okay.
We have the Sandias, and then what is it? Matt? There's several.
Yeah.
But the white buffalo to them is like a sacred. It's like shows like a good forecoming.
Yeah.
And then when my white female gave birth to a white male, that's like in the trillions.
Really?
Oh yeah, a white giving birth to a white. So it basically just means like good fortune.
No shit.
So hopefully that shit's a coming, is screaming this way. But it's cool. We also have a bunch of heifers out there, and we're experimenting with beefalo. We had our first one drop last year. We'll probably have a few more coming this spring. So I'm excited for that.
What does that taste like?
I don't know. I haven't had a beefalo. I mean, I've had beefalo at the market, like just through random places, but never my own.
Good. So was there a learning curve there, or you just hop right into it and you kind of
Everything's a learning curve, Red. Every day is a new learning curve.
Yeah.
Like, nothing's ever the same. Like even welding a fence and fixing a fence. Sure, there's a right way to do it, but then there's the way to get it done right now.
Yeah.
So we
get it done with what you got.
Correct.
Yep,
exactly. And just fix it and get it going. Trailers, you name it. There's always something to be worked on or fixed here. And Nathan, my ranch hand, who's out there working, it's an all day long, everyday process. Fixing fences. And so our fence line, I don't know if you guys are familiar, like a King Ranch Ford truck.
Yeah.
So that's the King's property right behind me.
Really?
Yeah, and they have a bunch of cattle. Well, their bull keeps jumping the fence trying to get over here and see what's up with mine. So we're always fixing the fence because you wouldn't believe, but a cow could jump an 8-foot fence.
Really?
Well, he tries.
Yeah.
And gets like halfway and then blows it over. But so yeah, we're constantly running and fixing.
Have you like witnessed it in person?
No, I've had to bring him back several times. Like he's over here hanging out. Yeah.
So we talked about this the last time we were up here, but that happens, right? Have you had one blow through the fence?
Never mind.
Oh,
no.
okay. You went out and grabbed somebody else's.
Yeah, because it was over here with mine, so I had to bring him back.
Yeah. Good.
But mine have never strayed.
Yeah.
They have too good of food here.
And your plan is to build a butcher shop here?
Yeah, butcher shop here.
So
walk
me through all that?
Just for myself.
So you're going to have walk-ins, you're going to have a whole...
Yeah, hanging rooms, walk-in. I got to put a whole septic system in because washing all the guts and blood down.
Yeah.
Something that I can pump out pretty easy,
Yeah.
So that's the plan. But yeah, just there's a lot of blood and guts that come with butchering an animal.
Yeah. And then what do you end up doing with all the hides and stuff?
So the last hides we just gave away, but the male we just butchered, I'm getting a full mount out of him.
Okay.
He's huge.
Yeah.
Massive. So I'm getting a full mount out of that one.
What does that cost?
I have no idea. The guy said it'll be about 1.5 years.
Jesus.
So, but price, I'm sure I'll get it when it comes time. I'm not cheap. Nothing's cheap with the buffalo, or nothing's cheap with elk. Like all that, getting it mounted is very expensive. So I have no idea.
So when do you break ground on the butcher shop?
Whenever we find time. Right now, first step is tearing this house down and building a new one, and then we have to run a bunch of lines down in the buffalo pasture. We have a bunch of wells down there. We're gonna tie all the wells together and bring them to a better watering system, if you will.
Yeah.
And then, so that's first on the docket. And then running natural gas just came in here, so we got to trench a bunch of lines for natural gas and get it plumbed in for the new pad.
That's like a year-long plus project.
Oh yeah, it never stops. Yeah, never stops.
How's the well water up here?
Really good.
Yeah.
Clear.
How far down you got to go? 2, 4?
Yeah, I think we're at 4, but we have water at 2 something.
Okay.
So
that's crazy. So building a new house, is this your full-time residence up here?
Yeah, it's the full-time residence for sure. So the wife wants a dream house, so we've had the plans for a few years now, and me just getting around to it is the trick.
Are you gonna GC the whole thing?
Oh yeah, do it all. Why not? I love it.
That'll be crazy. And so you'll be f***ing framing it and doing all that stuff yourself?
Yeah, I'll have someone come lay the pad for sure. And then me and my buddies who are as an electrician, we'll wire the whole thing, frame it. The only part I won't have framed is the pool. Like I'll have someone come pour the pool, right?
Yeah.
Like I know nothing about swimming pool stuff, so I'll have somebody come do the pool in the hot tub. But everything else, yeah, all mine.
That's wild. That's something that I've always had in the back of my head. I don't know if it's a bucket list item or not, but like you hear the stories of like, oh, this is the house my grandfather built. At some point in my life, I want to build or be part of building my house that my kids will say that, I don't know, I'll be dead and gone by that time. But
Well, every building on this property we've built.
that's crazy.
Everything. So from the house we're in now.
Yeah.
Yeah, every shop, every building, everything. We've done it all.
What's the style of the house going to be?
Like an Arizona house, like
Okay.
rock and stucco and like a Mexican style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Single story.
Yeah, is that all that's out here?
No,
Maybe?
I mean not for any reason. I had to pull when I built the 2 stories on mine. I'd like go to the state and argue why.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, we don't do 2 stories. You can only have 20-something feet tall. And I'm like, why? And they're like, it's people's views. I'm like, view of what?
Yeah, we just drove.
View of what?
We just drove Route 40 from Phoenix all the way out here, and it was like, I thought it'd be a little scenic. There's nothing.
Well, if you would have went the back way, you could have come through the mountain. It's cool. It's a little like an extra hour drive, but it's a cooler drive.
Yeah. I mean, the coolest thing we saw was the power plant out there.
Shout out to my buddy Hank that you're out there.
Yep. Went and saw Hank Robinson and his engraving shop.
It's insane,
dude.
right?
It was wild just walking through all the stuff that he does.
How we can just freehand, like just go on a rim and be like, yeah, like, oh man, I'd mess up. I'd mess up bad.
Yeah, that's what I said to him. I was like, and the wild part about him too is like he's never tattooed. He's never held the tattoo gun and tattooed. And I'm like, the f-? Yeah. So you got an automotive shop out here. You got a basic shop out here. But automotive wise, like, what are you getting into nowadays with racing and?
So we just, man, every time, for anyone who's out there that hasn't known anything about racing, every time you race, you strip the cars down basically to the stock frame and rebuild them every single race.
Yeah.
Why? Sure, it seems a little overkill, but it would suck to drive all the way out to California or Vegas, wherever the race may be, and to lose the race because of a 25-cent bolt.
Yep,
Right?
Yep.
So we're replacing that. You go through and you just replace. It's just part of the prep of the race. So we're constantly rebuilding, and after every race, it's a.
I mean, you put them through hell, and yeah, I mean, there's things that you can't see, microscopic freaking stress fractures and stuff. And again, you don't want to be stranded out in the desert. But what's the next race you're going to be a part of?
We're going Nora 1000. It's 1,300 miles from Ensenada, Mexico to Cabo San Lucas.
Have you ever done it before?
Well, I've run the Baja 1000, but never the never Nora. Nora's the first. So Nora is a rally style race, and what I mean by rally, so point to point you're racing, like the Baja 1000, you start and then 40 hours later you end. Nora is broken into more of a rally clay, so it's like we'll do like 300 miles a day, but you'll do what are called specials, and you'll do like 100-mile special, and then you'll have an hour to get from point A to the start of the next special, which is like the highway or roads. Then you start the next special and your time starts again. Then you start the next special and it starts again. Then everyone stops and you drink beer and you hang out in Mexico for the night, and the next morning you get up and do it again. So it's 6 or 7 days going down from point to point on the Baja Peninsula and in like sections, so more of a rally style. And then you start, of course, where you just left off, right? So
is that a single driver, or are you guys?
There's a team of us going down there. Yeah. We'll just play and have a good time.
Yeah, that's crazy. What got you into that sport?
Man, I got a call asking to drive the Mint 400, and I went and we took second off the couch. Had no idea what we were doing, and then I fell in love. Yeah, dude, the off-road racing to me is so fun.
Yeah. So how much time does it take to maintain all these cars and deal with all that shit?
Hours and hours and hours, because we have like 5 or 6 race cars.
Yeah.
So constantly fixing and keeping up on them all. Yeah.
That's wild. That's wild. You got this boys camp. That's
kids camp.
Yeah.
We are gonna do it this year. I need to actually get on that. So
and this is what, your 3rd or 4th year?
I think this will be our 5th year.
5th year?
Yeah, I have no idea, dude. You lose.
Time flies.
Yeah, and last year we had to cancel it and like things, so it sucks. But yeah, this year I need to get going on that, because Dustin and Dale have both called me like, what are the dates? Like, I know I need to get it.
Yeah. So walk it through that, because I've heard from you, and it's one of the coolest fucking camps around. But
we do 7 days, Sunday to Sunday. Parents drop your kids off on Sunday, then they come pick them up the following Sunday, and we just bring the best of the areas. Like we teach, Can-Am drops off a bunch of cars for the kids to drive and learn. So we bring 3 or 4 of the top drivers in in the off-road community out, and they teach these kids how to 2 feet brake, how to drive, how to set up corners, how to set the car up. In addition to the driving, we teach the kids how to change a tire, how to change your oil, how to work on common things on vehicles that could happen on a day-to-day thing. I explain to these young boys and girls, but the girls not so much, because a girl's not gonna get out and change her tire. I mean, if you got, I just tell them, look, you guys are 16, 17 years old and you're on a date and you get a tire. Imagine calling another man to come change your tire. That's your last date with the girl. Right? So I explain that to them. And same thing as a girl. Could you imagine being a girl and your boyfriend throws his hands trying to call AAA and you step out and you change a tire? Yeah, your dad ain't gonna let you date that dude anymore. So it's just the life skills we teach, and then we go into shooting, and we have professional bow hunters come out and explain the safety and how to draw the length on the bow, and just same thing with firearm safety. You go through all. We have Daniel Horner and Lena Muknich come out, and they work with these kids and teach them fire safety and how to gun discipline, right? And then we have shooting competitions, and we have axe throwing competitions, and we have archery competitions, and we have every single thing. Every day is. Not only are they learning, but they're getting competitive about it. So yeah, there's not any participation trophies going on here. So we and then we have Neil from Hawaii. He comes out and is a master bladesmith. Cameron master bladesmith, teaches the kids how to
blacksmith and forge.
Yeah, forge is the word I was looking for. Yeah, how to forge. So they all last year they made hatchets. 2 years ago they made like throwing hatchets. And then they throw them at the competition again, and they get judged on how all that goes through. Every morning we're in here doing either jiu-jitsu, striking, or wrestling. And that goes to noon, and then from noon we go out and we teach a skill set, whether it be the car stuff or the gun stuff, or we have what's Laura's roping. Dale teaches roping and horse riding. Laura Zara, she's Naked and Afraid. She comes and teaches the kids like survival, how to start a fire, what berries to eat, what berries not to eat, what you can do to stay warm, how to properly dig a hole and sleep, like all these survival skills that you would think you'd learn. I mean, that you can cram into a 2-day course, but it's pretty mind blowing for these kids, man.
Well, it's kind of interesting because like I did the Boy Scouts growing up, and we were out there 22 shooting, learning all this shit, and it's gone by the wayside. And I'm not saying the Boy Scouts is the organization to be in, but the they're
no longer Boy Scouts. They're just like Scouts now. What the happened to that?
I don't know.
I'm saying, what's going on here?
But to that point, I mean, a lot of these things that if you talk about it, it's taboo, from firearm safety to whatever. But what people miss out is the fact that we're teaching them respect, right? Respect for the weapon, respect for the axes, the knives. I mean, I have a fucking curious boy, 8 years old. A pocket knife, the kid wants to play with it, and you want to teach him the safest way to do it. You want to teach him the safest way to do a fire, all the risks, everything that's so I think knowledge is key here, and obviously respect for what you're doing. Yeah,
it's cool. People, you'd think it's going back to kids camp, but you'd think like teaching all these kids, there's a lot of behind the scenes that people don't know that are in place, like right? We're not just like, here's some guns, go have fun, kids.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah, it's nothing like that. There's literally 100 people on staff here when we have kids camp. Like, it is insane. Right? We have one adult for every 2.5 kids. Like, they're not just out there crashing 4-wheelers and.
No, you got to teach them safety, gun nomenclature, everything before they even pick up the rifle.
The only thing I don't care that they do is they can stay up as late as they want. Let them know 8 in the morning we're in here training. So if you're up till 4 in the morning, that's on you. And your whole day and your team is gonna be affected by your lackluster attitude. So the first night they stay up. Second night they start, because they have no energy by the time we run them raw. So they get worn out. And it's cool.
Well, it's teaching them self-regulation too. I mean, give them enough. What is it? Give them enough rope to hang themselves. And
some do for sure. We've only had to ever send 2 people home over the 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah, we've only had to send 2 people home. But other than that.
So back to the tire thing. You had a kid reach out to you, a couple of years after or whatever, talking about him changing the tire on his mom's car. Or
something. We did. It was really cool. His mom texted me, like, you wouldn't believe it was actually his girlfriend, the kid's girlfriend's car.
Yeah.
And he went out and took care of it. Changed the tire on his girlfriend's car. The girlfriend's dad was like blown away, and even the kid's mom was like, It's cool. It's cool to have it come around full circle.
So are you gonna still keep it tight? How many kids do you
40.
use? 40. And are you thinking of blowing it out at any point?
Nah, like more?
Yeah.
Oh, bro, it's so expensive. Like it costs me $60,000 of my own money every year to push. Just imagine feeding 100+ people 3 meals a day. Let's just talk about food.
And they're in their like mid-teens, right?
Yeah, the age is 14 to 16.
Yeah,
is the age, female or male, don't care either way.
And where do they all stay? Do you bring out tents?
Yeah, they live in tents. They live in the girls. We put the girls' tent over here by the bathrooms, and the boys get way back over there, kind of where we're. Because if you don't, so here's the rule. There's a male and a female counselor that sleeps in the boys' tents, and a male and a female that sleep in the females' tents, right? Yeah. Only because I want both sides of the story. I don't care. Like if something happens, I want the female counselor and a male counselor to be like, oh hell no, that shit didn't happen, right?
Yeah.
So that's how that side of it goes. But the females are allowed to do anything they want. Okay. They can go anywhere they want. So if the girls want to go into the boys' tent, I don't care. Mm-hmm. Let me find you little cocksuckers up here in the girls' tent, though. You're out of here. Okay, so don't do that. Don't be peeping in the showers. But the girls, if the girls want to come to you and talk, that's fine. Yeah. I have no problem with that. That's what I tell all the kids the first day. Listen, if you have the hots for a girl, you got to keep that to yourself. Yeah. I don't want these girls coming and say you're bothering them, you're coming at them. If they want to talk to you and you guys want to exchange number and figure that out because you guys are of that age, that is okay.
Raising gentlemen.
That's it. But if the female wants to talk to you, right on. Other than that, y'all just keep your head down and keep moving.
You're in movies as well?
Yeah, trying to take on Hollywood.
Yeah. So you were, I think the last time we talked, you had just come back from the Philippines?
Yeah, that movie just came out with Scott Adkins. Yeah, that just came out 2 years later. Yeah, right? Yeah, it's just how long it takes.
What's the name of the movie?
Prisoner of War.
Oh, there you go.
They changed the name. Yeah, Prisoner of War.
So what was the whole plot and everything there?
This is the Japanese side of it, and the Philippines when we took over, the Americans tried to help out and save the Philippines from Japan, trying to use it as a base to harbor all their boats and almost like a midway point. Yeah, they put all these camps there because that's where they'd put these Philippines and American prisoners of war into the camps. And there's the death march is like a real thing. They took all of the Philippines and the Americans and made them march hundreds of miles. I think it's like 100 and I wish I knew the correct number. It's like 140 or 100
to be executed, or
yeah, I mean they didn't, most of them didn't make look that up and tell me what the death march was.
Producer Mac over
but
there.
It's pretty cool because as you go through the Philippines, they have every mile they have these huge pillars, like mile 89, mile 99 of the actual death march. I don't know if they were taking them to be executed. I should have looked into that, but you were so weak and so malnourished and just most people didn't make the march anyways.
Yeah, it was I forget how it came up in conversation, but when we were in school, like flipped to the US side, you heard about Japanese internment camps, remember that?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I wonder if that's even taught anymore, the fact that like we imprison Japanese people in
we taught it in high school.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pearl Harbor and the POWs that we had here in California.
That was wild.
How long is it to say?
I'm looking right now. The Bataan Death March.
Yep.
Yeah. 78,000 American and Filipino POWs.
Yep.
Do it.
How far?
For it to load right now, but.
So what was your role in the movie?
I was a captain.
Okay.
Yeah, and Scott Adkins comes to the camp and we escape. Basically.
Yeah.
So
is this based on a true story, or?
Yeah. It actually is, and we got to make a plan to get out and diversions and yada 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 and try and escape.
That's wild. I mean, I grew up Veterans Day and Memorial Day, we had whatever cables like 20 channels. So Veterans Day and Memorial Day, me and my next door neighbor used to sit at his house and watch like Hamburger Hill, all these war movies. What was it? The Great Escape.
Sure, The Great Escape. Yeah.
Bridge over the River Kwai.
It's a lot like The Great Escape, except a lot more. Scott Adkins is like a martial artist, so there's a lot more fighting involved. But it was.
But put yourself in that situation. I mean, imagine escaping a camp in the Philippines and then going, what's next?
It was 65 miles, 105 kilometers.
105. Maybe they're kilometer markers out there then.
Good old metric system.
What did they take them to execute?
Yeah. Yes.
Got it.
Jesus, that's brutal. I mean, even looking at like the in Vietnam too, like all the fucking booby traps and stuff they had, it was torture,
dude.
Absolutely inhumane.
Just in the prisoner of war camp we were filming in,
yeah,
bro. Like just filming, it was no joke. You know,
almost 20,000 people died just in the march.
Oh, for sure.
Just going from point A to point B, and then they killed off a bunch of people when they got there.
Dude, imagine making it and then just getting killed. Holy. So, wow. I mean, that's something. But what's next on the hopper? Are you?
Nothing right now. The movies have kind of slowed down. They'll pick back up right now. I mean, just it's crazy if you're not making a Marvel movie or. I mean, actually, I took my kids to the movie theater the other day to see Minecraft.
Yes, same thing.
Yes. Yeah. It was good.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
It was good. And I don't know anything about Minecraft, so I kept asking my kid, like, what is that? What is that? And he'd be like, oh, that's the... Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was funny. Like, I was like, okay... I wasn't like, oh, kids movie. It was actually really good.
It was the only movie I haven't fallen asleep.
But it blew the records away.
Yeah.
So like now hopefully movies will make a comeback.
Yeah, it was my wife was sitting next to me and then so my son's really into it and she goes to Luke. She goes, so am I gonna actually learn what the you're talking about every day?
And no, you're just as lost.
Yeah. But what was pretty cool is like actually after that I started asking them like, hey, let me see your Minecraft world. I never had any interest into it. I thought they were around, but then my daughter and my son came up with their iPads and showed me the worlds they made, and I was like, I don't know, there's something to this. Like, I know you're building on a device, but like they were literally like laying out plans for architecture. I mean, my daughter has this basement that has livestock and food and all this stuff, and I was like, you built this? I go, this wasn't a fucking setup where she's like, I built this, and I was like, wow, it's pretty crazy.
It is crazy.
So, it's a cool way to be creative in a digital world, you know. Yeah,
a lot of kids become like that are good at Minecraft become like engineers and shit.
Yeah. So what else are you getting your hands into? Anything else?
Man, we pretty much hit it. Racing, kids camp. I mean, that's the lake.
Yeah.
A lot of playing at the lake this summer. My kids are big into surfing, so they love it.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, just summertime, loving it.
One of the things that you said the last time we were here was you fight for the blue collar man and you carry that mentality. But what is that mentality for people who aren't blue collar or don't understand the trades or fighting or whatever?
Well, it's worth ethic.
Yep.
That's all it is to me. Like blue collar worth ethic. Like get up, rain, sleet, snow, no matter the day, and go to work and work for your family and come home with money. Like that's the worth ethic. And I learned that young. Well, you just work hard. Like when we're here at the ranch working, like me and my buddies, we outwork everybody. This is how it goes. You just learn there's no, I need to do this. Oh, I can't do this. You just go in there and get done. And that traveled over into my fighting career, just like training when you don't want to train.
Yeah.
And go get the work done and just taking the fights after fight after fight and just doing what you don't want to do because the bigger goal.
Yeah. So putting money on or putting food on the table, providing for your own.
Same food. Yeah. Same deal,
food.
Right?
Yeah.
Same meat, different gravy.
So what was one of your best fights or most memorable for you?
Probably Razor Rob McCullough when we fought for the belt back in WEC. He came to fight, and it was one of my favorite fights because we threw down.
Yeah,
it was fun.
And obviously, for people that follow the UFC, it was way different back then. But was it more enjoyable back then than it is now? Or I mean, there's a lot of grappling, there's a lot of technique. But back then, you came in with one style, maybe two. Sure. Like you were a brawler, you were in karate or whatever.
But you know what else back then? I think you fought to fight rather than trying to fight to keep your job.
Yeah.
Right? Like there's a lot of people now in the UFC, like they won't take fights with certain people because they're worried if a loss will get them kicked out of the UFC. Like, man, I just fought everybody. I didn't care who. I didn't care if I was on a losing streak or winning streak. Like, you want to fight? Come on, let's go.
That's crazy. So what was back then? What was the hardest discipline to fight against? Now you're a stand-up guy, or you were at the time.
A stand-up weren't good against ground guys.
Yeah.
So and vice versa. So, but I was good either way. It didn't matter to me. I had a really good ground game, great kickboxer. So just trying to get the wrestling down. That was the hardest part.
Yeah.
The bridge the gap.
Where'd you actually? I never touched on that. Where'd you get your start in fighting?
Best friend of mine was kickboxing, and he goes, "You want to come down and try this out one weekend?"
How old were you?
Well, I took my first fight 2 weeks after I started training, and I wasn't 21 yet. So I remember having a fake ID in New York, That was my fight. It was New York
Yeah.
City. I remember having a fake ID in New York. So, yeah, I was 20 years old.
And that was, what was that, like a local fight, or was that?
Yeah, I mean, like it was just a kickboxing fight.
Yeah.
At the church street. It was at a church.
So 2 weeks into training, you took your first fight.
Yeah, I don't even know if it was training. Like I just went in there, sparred, and loved it. It was like, how do I get a fight? They're like, man, actually, they're looking for a guy in New York.
Yeah.
And I was like, sign me up. Let's go.
And then you won that fight, obviously.
And I won that fight.
And then what was the progression from there?
Then I just started fight. Then I would just be the guy they would call on a last minute replacement like that to go and fight. And I would work a regular job and train Tuesdays and Thursdays. And those are our 2 days we would go down there and train. I'd go train and then I would just fight.
And you don't see that nowadays.
Hell no. The days of being actual fighters are gone, you know. Like I don't believe there's too many guys like me left in the game. Now it's a lot of athletes that are trying to become fighters, but you see it. The athlete's awesome. When you're hammering, you're fucking people up, that's good.
Yeah.
Right? Like as soon as the tides turn though and they become the nail a little bit,
yeah,
you see the quit in them.
Yeah.
And they don't have
so that blue collar mentality kind of made you, you know, I guess evolve with the game. And
yeah, I would have to say that. I mean, I also think it's just in me.
Yeah.
Right? Like you're kind of just born like that, like to be a hard worker.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I don't think you can, like, unless you raise your kids and show them young, but even like one of my kids is going to be a hard worker. The other one is going to find somebody else to do the work for them. Like I can just tell how they grow up, you know?
Yeah.
But so it's either in you or it's not. It's one of those things. Same thing with fighting. Like you either have it or you don't. You know, there's like, maybe he's a good fighter. Like, nah, he either is or he isn't.
The boys scrap?
Yeah, they do. They're in jiu-jitsu and they love it. They do. I love it. So.
You think any one of them promising at this point, or
I don't know if I'll let them fight. I'd rather them go race.
Seriously?
Yeah. I don't want them having brain damage like Dad.
Well, we held a pretty good conversation, so yeah. So, well, thanks for having us down to the ranch again. Anything you want to throw out?
Man, I mean, other than shit, just keep tagging along, enjoy the journey. It's fun, you know. All the blue collar boys are there. Keep going.
And where
Stay
can we
strong.
get the bison jerky at, by the way?
Well, we're in an in-between process with that, getting into the Maverick gas station, so and all subs. But it's crazy how long it takes to dot the T's. And, right.
So more to come on that.
More to come on that.
All right. Well, thank you.
Of course.